Well, last day of January 2008. Boy, time flies, particularly when you're having fun. Been working out hard, learning a new game. You know, they say you never get too old to learn something new. But I thought when it came to games, I probably learned all the games I was ever going to learn. You know, I played basketball for 30 or 40 years. Gave it up after playing in a game when I was 39 or 40 in a YMCA league. A bunch of us that were in our 30s played a bunch of young men that were in their early 20s. Pressed us the whole game. And, you know, we had a lot of pride. We didn't like getting beat, and we played hard. Somewhere well into the second half, I realized you better sit down. You may be going to die right here of a heart attack. It hurt me. Then it hurt me enough that I never played another full-court game of basketball again. Played lots and lots of half-court basketball, but I never went out and tried to play that full court again. Incidentally, the leader, really, of the young bunch was a neighbor. And he was rubbing it in a little, and I said, hey, I'm going to tell you something. I don't appreciate the fact that you guys had the game clearly in hand. You were much younger than we were, and you continued to press us the whole game. Well, he said, you have to do your best. I don't know. I'm not sure that's sportsmanship. You know, with the big Super Bowl game coming up here this weekend, I'm not particularly critical of the coach of the Belichick, of the team that's got the record and that ran the score up high and so on. That's professional sports. Whatever they do, as long as they aren't nasty and are hurting people, crippling people deliberately, and that happens sometimes, I'm not passing judgment there. But when high schools are encouraged to run the score up because it'll get you a higher rating and so on, I think that stinks. I think you ought to be downgraded if you just whip a team to death. But that's a whole different ball game. Learned pickleball this past week. In fact, a week ago tomorrow, I went out because I'd seen a sign that said, for beginners only, pickleball. What the devil is pickleball? Guess I'll go out and find out. Well, pickleball, it turns out, is kind of half ping pong, half tennis, a little bit of badminton maybe. Fun game. Fun game. This is the first weekday since then that I haven't played pickleball. The reason I'm not playing today is that I've got my partners lined up for mixed doubles and boy-boy doubles. And they don't have any singles in the senior games this year. And I got my old body kind of worn out. Thought maybe might as well rest a little bit instead of just going out there again today and whacking away for 2.5, 3 hours. Pickleball. A game that was created by a congressman and his buddies to be played on an island that you could reach by a ferry outside of, I think they said Seattle. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Boy, you can take a wind up and whack that thing. Or you can put some English on it and have a little fun that way. Of course, half the time all I do is hit it into the net. Same result as in tennis. Hit it in the net, you're a turkey. You didn't do good. But it's fun to learn something new. At 79 and a half, a little more, going to compete in that thing. One thing about it, the older I get, the fewer the competitors. There's a grim message there. But I'm going to play with Roland Brayback and with Mary Tagli. I can't remember exactly her last name. But I'm telling you, I'm going to enjoy playing a new sport. Guess the old dog can learn something new.